sleep when you can play Dom Team Death, the free-for-all, CTF and Sabotage. Man, I play them all from search up to headquarters, down the list to demolition. Objectively speaking, to win is my only mission. If I sin, it's not by omission of offering my team.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Hardcore Gamer for Life, and I'm bringing you another gameplay commentary, hot on the heels of my Disco Inferno FNFAL Massacre. I'm bringing you something a little bit different, but kind of the same. This one's got an AK-47. I'm playing a match of domination instead of team deathmatch. This is on Discovery versus Hangar 18. And the class is very similar, but I am using a different weapon, as you can see. The AK-47 suppressed with dual mags, since I am still using Warlord. All the perks are the same. I'm using Ghost, Warlord, and Ninja on this playthrough. Now, I always try to do twice as many challenging classes as I do easy mode. Sometimes, though, especially after, just completing my dual Caparis game, in addition to that, having the FNFAL, and before that, I had done the Olympia, my both barrels, the first edition of that series. So I definitely have not been playing with too many easy mode guns, and the other night I just felt like busting out the AK-47. Now, still wanted to give it an element of a challenge, if you will. So I decided to put the suppressor on there, and I like to have those dual mags. With guns that have them, that's really one of my go-to attachments. I wasn't a World at War fan, so I never really used dual mags at the small time I played that. So dual mags is a new attachment for me in Black Ops. But for me, it's pretty much my #1 favorite new attachment in the game, even though I know it isn't new. It was in World at War. But anyways, yeah. So like those dual mags. Now, I start out defending B here. I lay on a claymore in this hallway, and I'm just trying to patrol here, stay on the catwalk area, and just defend B from above. But I really didn't end up designing this class for defense. It's not bad for defense regardless. Because obviously I'm using ghosts, so they can't see, especially if I keep moving around within my spot as I am, they can't see where I exactly am, because they're not going to see that on their UAV. And even if they have been killed by me, some of them might have been killed by me in the hallway, some bowed on the deck. They don't know exactly where I'm going to be in that space, so they keep rushing it and they keep dying. Now right here I pick up a noob tube. Now you see I saw a green name in the door next to me, so I thought things were pretty safe. But as you can see, once I looked at actually after the fact on the mini map and stuff, I actually saw that the green dot was a guy sitting below, is what it appeared to be to me. So right here, oh man, this guy gets a dual grenade on me, and I want revenge. But then I think, you know what? Revenge can be fun, but sometimes it's best to just let it go. I'm not saying I'm not a revenge killer at all, but for the most part, I try to avoid it. At least I try to avoid revenging from a standpoint of, oh, I'm going to get this guy, he pissed me off. Once you do that, you've kind of lost control in the game. Once you let people get your goat and piss you off, then you've kind of lost control in the game. So at least that's my feeling on it. So I always try to, even if it initially makes me angry, I just try to look at things from a rational standpoint. If I feel I can easily go up there and take out the person, then yeah, I'm going to do that. Because obviously I'm trying to get as many kills, as few deaths, all that sort of thing as possible. If I feel like the deck is stacked up against me, obviously he's fortified his position and he's carefully watching it, as I was the position above B earlier, then I'm not going to continue rushing in and give him those revenge kills most of the time. I'm just not going to... I'm going to play a little smarter than that for the most part. Sometimes I do let people piss me off, and you just keep sitting there banging your head against the wall. I think we all do that from time to time. But regardless, not a activity that I recommend highly. So, this time I had picked a class more for rushing than flag defense, as I noticed. Now, this was actually before I had gotten that FAL gameplay. That was the next day after this. I had kind of realized once I got knocked off of my spot above B, actually I did design this class with Ninja. If I was going to design this for flag defense, I should have put tac mask or something like that on. That would aid me more in staying in one spot and defending a flag. So at that point, I pretty much decided, once I died there, I decided to clear out and just try and run around the map and do a ghost rush more so for the rest of the round, which actually ends up working out pretty good for me. As you can see right there, I can see that guy's dot still on the SR-71, and I thought he was still alive, but he had already been taken out. He was just laying down there on the catwalk. So, as I was talking about ghost rushing in my last FAL commentary, I was talking about Ghost plus Ninja, which I am using here. Now, there's two different ways you can approach a ghost rushing. Ghost plus Ninja is one way, but then you've also got Ghost plus Hacker. Now, with Ninja, you obviously can't be heard as you're rushing around, which is a huge benefit, and you can hear others better as you're rushing around, which is probably an even huger benefit. But also, in a way, you're not 100% ghosting, because people that have motion sensors still will be able to see you. However, though, with Hacker, you cannot be seen by those people with motion sensors. So that kind of takes you completely off the radar. Now, Hacker also gives you some nice other benefits as well. So, whereas Ninja, I'd say it's a simpler but extremely effective perk to use. Reason being because it's a passive perk. Everything that this perk does, it does automatically. Hacker is much more involved of a perk, and it's active rather than passive. In a way, it's not as powerful as Ninja, because, really in a lot of game modes especially, but, basically in first-person shooters, sound whoring tends to be king. But Hacker gives you the added benefit of staying completely off the map with the motion sensors, which is a passive benefit right there. But then also you get to hack other people's equipment, which is an active benefit. Something active benefits have their pros and cons. With a passive benefit, the benefit is yours all the time, regardless. With the active benefit, you actually have to think about using it. As you can see, I got my dogs with the last bullet there. That was pretty sweet. After I called in my UAV at the exact wrong moment, but hey, what can I say? I guess I just got lucky. But yeah, so Hacker, it's much more active, which has its pros in that it gives you a few more different benefits, being able to booby trap crates, immune to motion sensors, hack any kind of equipment. But at the same time, many of these things are things that you have to think about, unlike the other passive benefits of Hacker, where, like being immune to motion sensors or being able to see other people's equipment. But even those benefits alone are quite good, and as long as you are aware of your gameplay style and actively think to use those other benefits, they're very, very good ones as well. So, I'd say if you're going to do a full-out Ghost Rush, you have to pick one of those two perks, or I wouldn't say you have to, but that's going to be your two most effective perks in Ghost Rushing. Would be, for perk 3 at least, would be either Ninja or Hacker. So anyways, guys, this round is quickly rounding to a close. As you can see, I picked up the FAMAS, and it also, like my AK, has suppressor and dual mags. I'm going to go ahead and close out this round with that. So guys, as always, thank you so much for viewing my videos. And I went 32-3 on this domination. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. Peace.
I made my way from UAVs to spy planes, Harriers to Blackbirds, PVR to file share. Keep it on the dial where you know that it's hot, cause you know that on my channel I upload a lot of videos of all different types of varieties. Gameplay.